for the why I hate certain stats. That's not indicative of the game. They worked their butts from the beginning. End result, there's nothing for it. We're not a very good basketball team right now, and that's on me. I'll take that responsibility. We'll figure it out. As a team, individuals have to look in the mirror, try to improve themselves, and have the same thing happen over and over and over again, or I'll continue to sound like a broken record. Read the scouting report. She's not a shooter. Back up. Don't get into her. Let her drive. And what happens in a game like this, you look at the effort of a Shea Murphy or T. Young, and don't think it goes unnoticed by coaches. It's just that we keep doing the same thing. We're shooting ourselves in the foot. I can go back and replay 4 last times I spoke to you guys in here, 3 last times saved Atlanta. So I take that responsibility extremely personally, and hopefully our players will feel the same. And we don't have a lot of time to correct it. I told Sylvia Fowles, you won't score on Friday. If you don't bring it, then you get to go hang out with both of them in London. Sleep on that. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge.
Your two Olympians combined for 4 for 19, Swin and Sylvia. That's just not going to get it done.
No, that's not good. Swin needs to take care of the basketball a little bit better. What Swin will give you when she's not scoring is she's going to know what you're running, where to be, who she's guarding, where to stop. Sophia's scoring, put her on Sophia. She's going to give you a reason to play her. She's not going to let 2 for 10 stop her from giving you everything within. And therein lies the difference. Part of the reason why she's an Olympian, despite the numbers. I need Courtney Vandersloot to step up. She knows that. She understands that. It's the bookends, 0.5. And we'll help them as much in the middle as coaches, because ultimately, the product that's on the floor is mine. And I don't like it, and we need to correct it.
Any thought to putting Sylvia back in the game late?
No.
How would you assess her performance today?
Poor. Scale of 1 to 10. 2, just because she takes up space and T. Young can get a wide open shot. 2. This is a team that she's owned in the past. This is a team that had Dan explain it, coming up with adjectives you don't normally use in basketball. And how dominant that. We had 52 post touches, 26 to Sil. 26. You're not getting double teamed. They're not bigger than you. They're not faster than you. Make sure they remember you, and they won't remember it tonight. And that's on her. And sometimes we come here and say, "Oh, we can't throw the basketball." We'll throw you the basketball. And it's your responsibility because you're a very, very talented player, and your intentions are good, and you're a good teammate, and it's your responsibility to handle that. Now, we'll see the maturity on tomorrow at practice and on Friday.
Giving up a 4-point play sort of tell the tale of the defense today?
No, it told the tale of Courtney Vandersloot today. She's in the corner. She didn't need to help. She left the shooter. It happened twice. So, and I say that not to call out Sloot. That's an individual thing. If something happened once, shake it off, doesn't happen again. You don't guard Danielle Robinson 35 feet from the basket. Why? Because I said not to. Because the scouting report says not to. Because the video says not to. Because if you do, she's going to blow by you, and she doesn't want to shoot out there. She wants to drive. It's going to happen once. You know, it might be a screen. Can't happen twice. Can't happen. So that's when, because you don't have enough stoppage in play, be it timeouts, be it free throws, be it in the quarter, to correct those things. So you have to recognize it, you have to absorb it, and don't let it happen again. And that's where, despite, Becky not scoring a bunch of numbers, they get them elsewhere. So you can't be fooled by, the leading scorer not getting a lot of points. The bottom line is we didn't have enough. They averaged 83, holding 77, but we only scored 68.
Is this stretch a missed opportunity? You've got some home games. Today, I think it was the second largest crowd this guy's ever had. This is where you hope to make some hay, for sure.
Yeah. Backtrack to previous time we met here, another missed opportunity. And don't misunderstand me. San Antonio's they're a good team. They're number one in the power rankings right now for a reason. That doesn't excuse you from the poor display of intelligent basketball and not let things happen over and over again. I can't have my assistant coach tell you when to shoot. It's not going to be a good result. You got to know you're open, and you got to shoot. And you shoot, and you make it. That's a basketball thing. That's a feel. And like I said before, we'll see what we made of tomorrow.
How's Petrovic? Was it an eye?
She has to go get stitches. It didn't scratch her cornea, but it cut her right in there, and they need to stitch it up.
You don't need that.
No. A good thing it wasn't a scratch. The stitch, we can close it up and heal up.
So, how do you get them from being a bad team to being a good team again?
We're obviously, the video is not going to lie. I think individuals, me, take ownership of it and figure out ways to eliminate some of those things. If it's a different player, if it's a different substitution, it's a different way of play. It's just that's what you do as a coach when you win or lose anyway. Okay, so you do that to even larger degree. And I think with individually, the same as the coaching staff's going to do, you do that as a player and you assess yourself. You can't work on Connecticut until you work on you. Because the same thing that manifests itself against New York or Phoenix or Indiana, that's a us thing. And it's never to discredit the good teams that we're playing. I get that. But, let's be honest. No coach speak. When you do yourself in, you have to fix yourself first.
I think I saw 22 turnovers, 31 points off of them. Is that right? Obviously, when you don't have Epiphany and Sylvia's not up to par offensively to bail you out in those areas, that's a problem area all year.
Yeah. Bailouts are like, how many bailouts you get? Government gives a few. You get how many bailouts? It's not a steady diet of bailouts. It's like how many times you win a lottery, how many times you win a jackpot. So that's. But I so understand your point. But first possession of the game, throw the ball. Sylvia gets a post touch. There's no double team, and she throws it out of bounds to swing. That's a Sylvia thing, because as a unit, you assess where the ball needs to go for your team against the opponent. You get it there relatively easy. Why are we throwing to swim when there's one person on you? Swim not exactly lighting it up. So that is, transfer of responsibility, me, team, Sil, and then we go back and we just keep working through it. When it's a huge problem is when you don't have the piece to solve it. When it's a stomach churning, headache, nauseating problem is when you do and you're not. Now, the end result is no different, but when you know you have that ability to correct some things and make it right, it's what drives you.
Any thoughts to making changes in the starting lineup?
We've done that a few times. Sometimes it's health, certain players. If teams can or cannot go. Sometimes it's if other teams going small. It usually starts on the defensive end of the floor for us in terms of matchups right now. But yeah, we always look at everything. It's not a decision that I normally make during this extra emotional period after a game. Go back and I have to watch some more Connecticut. I've only watched 2.5 of their games on the database, so I'll have to watch about 3 more games, chart some things and see what's going to be best for us in terms of defensively first. I think they have an excellent duo, I get to play against both of them, one in Russia and one in Spain last year several times. So I've had a steady diet of those two. But there's a third one. There's Sebastian. Then there's Capra. And then there's Hightower. And then there's McCray. And then Tan White is back. And then Renee Montgomery doesn't even start. And I think they're definitely the record stands and speaks for itself. One of the best teams out there.